Hello, I'm Michael Glass from michaelglass.com, where we focus on making informed decisions about our financial future. This is our forex technical analysis trading plan for the pound dollar, the euro dollar, and the dollar franc. Before we pull up our video, we always want to start off our disclosures. Any symbols you see today should not be inferred as a trading recommendation. No matter what form of investing you choose, stock, forex, futures, options, they all have a level of risk associated with them. You can lose all of your money. Any strategy we show today are for informational purposes only. Future results are not guaranteed. And finally, any investment decision you make is solely your own responsibility. Trade at your own risk. As we said, this is our forex technical analysis trading plan for the pound dollar, the euro dollar, and the dollar franc. In each video, we look at the prior session's price action to come up with key support and resistance price levels. We'll review the gold chart to come up with leading sentiment. We'll try to create a low volatility and inside bar watch list, and we have an education spotlight at the end. Please send your feedback and comments to contact@dmbfx.com, and let's head to the charts. Okay, so as we look at Thursday's market analysis plan, we're looking at the daily chart of gold. We got the pullback yesterday, and now we're immediately finding value, and they're bringing it right back up. You know, gold is just, obviously on a tear. What you'll should notice here, and we'll bring over the crosshairs, is that this low here is coming in, and it's sort of matching up with our little swing high here, wick here, and what's going on right in here with this inside bar. So there was some, and this is what we talked about the other day. If we get below 1580, then that would be our more of a tell that we may move lower. But yesterday we said to watch this 1585 level, and even though we did go a little bit below it, we never got below 1580. But we did come right back up. And so right now our point of control is at 1587. The point of control is the price level that has the most volume. So for the past day or so, where the most of the volume is happening is around this 1588 price level. And as we move back up, we're moving back up into this resistance that we'll find around 1600, 1603. So what we may see is, even though we're not pulling back, the market is still breathing. And more importantly, gold may be held up also a little bit by the U.S. debt discussions, because people are taking a flight to gold. And if there is some type of decision, especially one to raise the debt ceiling in the States, we may see gold pull back a little bit. So for right now, I would say sit on hands on gold. Notice that once we got oversold, we did certainly get our move up, and now we're getting into this overbought price level. But I'll be more interested to see what happens up here around 1603. But for right now, sit on hands, let gold breathe. So as gold continues to be strong, let's look at the pound dollar, and we see that the pound dollar also made a move higher here on the daily. Little increase in volume today, but we can see that the selling volume is still in control. But what's more important is what we talked about yesterday. What we talked about yesterday is this 1.6175 price level. It's where buyers found value, buyers, and now sellers are finding value. We pushed it down, they pushed it down, they pushed it down, they pushed it down. Here we are again. So we really need to get this, and at this point, another day's candle is also going to bring us into this downtrend line. So there's going to be a lot of resistance above us. What else do we see? Well, now we are starting to get away from our long-term moving average. We're starting to get up into a sell zone with regards to our Bollinger Bands. So that's kind of reinforcing what we're saying about this price level here at 1.6175. Also, we can see that today the pound took control. Keep in mind, they're both below zero, but at least there's a little divergence. The pound heading up, the dollar heading down. So that is allowing us to move higher. That's great. And so what we need to confirm whether or not this resistance is going to hold up is our probability indicator to get up here in our high probability of a reversal range, and then we can look for that move to the downside. Similarly, we see the euro dollar moving up, coming into a little resistance here. And also, again, you can see this choppiness where buyers and sellers are battling over control here. So we're back at that price level. You can see right where we are right now, this blue line is also where we have this dip here. A lot of choppiness in this price level. So again, this indecision that we're seeing has a lot to do with what's going on both with the debt in Europe and in the States. When we come over, we've been trying to get back up to our long-term moving average, and we're just about there. Certainly, as we move through the zones, we should come up and reach this zone up here, which will get us up to our long-term moving average. However, we are, for the most part, in a neutral zone. We just got above, well, this is neutral here. So we are actually, I'm sorry, in a sell zone. Let me take that back. We are in a sell zone underneath our long-term moving average. We can see that the euro is clearly in control, diverging away from the dollar, and it's also above positive, so that's certainly good, and we can see that down here. So as we get closer to our long-term moving average, it'll be interesting to see if our probability indicator will start to get up here to that overbought level to give us a signal to bring us back down to our neutral zone, again, as we're in a sell zone. Again, I want to clarify, right now we are in a sell zone. Finally, we finish off with the dollar franc, and since we're seeing the dollar weak against the pound and the euro, we're seeing the same thing here with the franc. As we come over to our daily chart, we can see the weakness here. We were trying to get this move higher, but you can note these wicks in here. That's kind of where we're at. Volume dying off a little bit here. So if we're, what we were hoping for is to come back up here and test this 8138, and then the sellers will come in and push it lower, but we'll see what happens. We're underneath our long-term moving average, but you can see we're right in parity. We're right in the neutral zone here, so we're going to have to wait and see. Here we can see the franc took control, and it's above 0 too, so that's certainly good. But they are, this one is clearly diverging, going away from each other. They are kind of parallel here. And so parallel would equal a sideways move on price action. Here we did get a probability of a move higher. It didn't get too extreme, but we did get there. And so that's probably as we were moving down, and then now we got the probability of moving higher is leading towards our sideways action, that along with the franc and the dollar moving sideways. So what I would like to see here is, we're putting in this inside bar on the daily chart. So I want to watch the high and lows here to see which way we're going to move. Up to the 20 moving average, down to retest the lows. As we move on to our watch list, first on our low volatility watch list, we have the Aussie dollar. Again, this is where we take the Bollinger Band indicator, place it on a 1 hour time frame, and we mark the high and low of the Bollinger Band. We're watching that price level for a break above or below the Bollinger Bands. For the inside bar watch list, we're going to watch the dollar franc and the pound dollar. Here we're going to watch the high and low of the day and watch for a break tomorrow. So as we continue to talk about winning traders, losing traders, successful traders, inconsistent traders, struggling traders, consistent traders, one thing that I truly believe, and hopefully you get that through my little short segments here, is that it's not the indicator, it's not the system, it's the trader's mindset. When you develop a trader's mindset, you can be successful. When you're jumping around and you're making emotional decisions, you're probably going to lose. So the question that I have for you today is, who's controlling your trader committee? You see, your mind, that trader's mindset, has a committee before each trade. And the internal dialogue tells the story of your trading. And so, you could have the one person in the corner in your mind saying, oh, you always lose. You have another person in the committee saying, last time you lost. Another person saying, last time we made money because we didn't take profit. We lost money because we were stopped out. You have the ability to control that conversation and tell those members, look, I have a system, it's back tested, it's proven, and over time it's going to work. I know what happened last time, I know what happened the time before that. Who's controlling your committee? Your emotions, your fear, or your belief in the system that you back tested and proven? Which is what we're all about here at dnbfx.com, proven, back tested, high quality, high probability trading. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you next time.